I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where we're breaking down all the goals scored today against Arsenal, against Nottingham Forest. We've got a lot to do to talk about Forest. Well, and Arsenal, generally here, as you well know, we do technical breakdowns on actually what's going on in the game, where you can either learn to become a better coach or a better player yourself, or do some more analysis yourself on the old game of the old footballs. But you're talking right now, this is why I hate the two international breaks right at the beginning of the Premier League season, because no one's in a flow. And Forest look like they're going to struggle this season. You cannot change your complete style of play because you've got a new manager and expect the old players to pick up the slack. And it's just going to, you just can't. It just doesn't work like that. These people in football don't have a clue. Speaking of not having a clue, we're going to talk about the set play here. Now, Arsenal score another set piece. Yeah, great. They can't rely on this to win the league. They need to be looking to win the league this year. Their window of opportunity is slipping away every year. All of their good players get a little bit older, and it's going to be more and more difficult. I said last year it was their year to win it. I honestly think it should be their year to win it again this year. I think there's too much season change at Liverpool, just like that's going on at Forest right now, and that just upsets the balance of the whole team. But as this corner comes in, we're looking. Arsenal, we know are good on corners. Look, they've bodied the goalkeeper. That should have been the number one thing to deal with. Don't know why they haven't dealt with it. I'll tell you why, because they're not prepared. The only reason you're letting that player bully the goalkeeper there is because you are not prepared for this corner coming in. Now, as this comes across, we're going to talk about the same thing I talk about almost week in, week out on this channel. Nobody is here defensively. Why are you here defensively? Right, there's a whole multitude of reasons you're here defensively. Let's just break it down, because I haven't explained it. I have explained it, but not much in the last couple of weeks. This is the middle of the field. Oh, okay. We understand the middle of the field, Cash. Yes. In the middle of the field, that's where the ball drops. Okay. And there's like three areas it drops the most. We've got 1, 2, and 3. These are the areas the ball drops, not in any specific order. Why? Because it's in the middle of the field. That's really dangerous because you can score goals. Oh, look how many people are in the middle of the field there. This is the next point. Normally it's a second ball. And this is the third point. Normally, again, a second ball. So these are the major contested areas because it's down the middle of the field. It's not too complicated. So anytime you win a defensive header, this is the second point you're looking to contact, or maybe there. So you're probably having a player staggered, one there and about one there. Okay, and not necessarily flat. You might have them like that, but you're having some people to cover this area here because you have to deal with the second balls after you win the ball. If you don't, this sort of thing happens. As it comes down, look, not a single player from where they won the ball to where they are there. This is just completely and utterly poor defensive shape from corners and set plays. This just shouldn't happen. And I believe if this is Nottingham Forest with their old coach, this wouldn't have happened. But with their new coach, this is going to happen all day, every day. And Forest have gone from one of my favourite teams to try to get into the Champions League to me hoping they don't get relegated. Bang! You ain't stopping that. The only way you're stopping that is if you've got a player close enough to challenge at this point here, because you ain't saving that shot. Don't take anything away from it. Technically fantastic. But look how many bodies are back for Forest. And again, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players marking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, can't have it. Can't have it. That means your whole system and your shape and your structure is completely and utterly wrong. Whatever the new clown is, I know that everyone believes in their owner at Nottingham Forest, but I'm telling you, Postecoglou's not the way for this team. It's just not. I'm happy to eat humble pie and say I'm wrong, but there's very few times I'm ever wrong when it comes to football. But we're going to see as this season progresses, because I'll tell you what, you cannot set up defensively where you are not looking to win the second ball. And that's exactly what they've done on this first goal. But let's move on, because we've got more to talk about. Just like every week we have a goal that's scored because someone isn't defending that top of the D problem, we have someone telling someone what to do, so we know in the next 5 seconds someone's going to score a goal. Why? It's a long and fast rule. If you don't know why, normally the guy with his hand up should be doing something. What one of these two guys should have been doing right here is pressuring the ball. Neither player is pressuring the ball. Don't know why. Is this the new plan? We play a line that's up here for some reason, that no one wants to go near the football and pressure them, so they can just easily put the ball behind. Now, when you go to pressure the ball, you don't necessarily have to win the ball. What you're trying to do is hurry up, make that a bad decision or a bad pass when they're knocking that ball forward. That's kind of what you're looking to get everyone to do. Just make a mistake. We're putting pressure on you. Now let's knock it forward and see if we can get them to make a mistake. Doesn't happen because there's no pressure on them. No pressure on the ball. You cannot have a defensive line this high. This is where they were. Obviously, the ball's been played, so they've dropped back a bit. Everything here is going completely wrong. I'm also going to show you another angle of this right back. Not able to make a decision. He doesn't know whether to stick or twist as the ball just gets dropped in behind him. Absolutely easy. I mean, this is simple football. As it's fired across, you've got two players on one. Neither picks him up and defends it. And it's an easy goal for, I don't know who's this, whoever that is, Jokeres or whoever the new striker is, eats it up all day long. But let me show you this defense. First off, I was wrong. I thought the line was here. Look how high this line is when you've got zero pressure on the ball here. You cannot play football like this. You are going to get destroyed all day long, especially like a team against Arsenal. Watch this defender, though, as this ball comes across. Watch his movements. Hesitation, stop. You see that? That's enough, by the way. That's enough at this level for you to lose. Right, that's it. That hesitation. He doesn't know whether to stick or twist. And if you've got players playing in a system, if they don't know whether or not they should be pushing forward or going back, you're going to lose football games. You don't have time to mess around in the Premier League. The games come thick, and they come, well, not fast at the moment because apparently we're about to stop for an international break again. But that is worrying. Look, did you see another hesitation there? Second hesitation. Two hesitations. He's completely misjudged the flight of the ball because he doesn't know what to do. And have a look where he is in relation to the two centre-backs who could have got back in time and marked, but they weren't, too slow realising and recovering. It's all a mess. I mean, this is not a goal I would expect Nottingham Forest to concede last season at all. But now, yeah, it's just too easy. Got the exact same problem with the first goal here on the second goal. Look at this space right here. No one is here to pressure anything that goes up, anything. If there's a pass that comes over here, if there's a second ball to win, absolutely nothing. He said we got two people in the wall. Don't know why, by the way. There's a huge argument in the coaching community. It was going on for years. So this is the scoring funnel. I'll probably talk about this on the Monday night show a little bit more. This is the scoring funnel. Okay, I'll explain a lot about the scoring funnel on Monday Night Live on my show. If you're outside the scoring funnel when you're taking a free kick, there is no need to put a wall in there. All you're doing is blocking the keeper's vision. You're saying, go on then, mate, smash it and have a go. There is no need for you to be there whatsoever. Okay? Absolutely none. They are not beating a goalkeeper from there in the Premier League. It's not happening. If you put a wall in there, what happens is it makes it harder for the keeper to see the ball with the wall. So he only gets to react basically from about, because it's so quick, about there. Right, and that's where he's looking to react to make the save. However, if you get rid of him, he's reacting from back here. So not only do you give him more, it's easier for him to see. The other thing, it gives you two extra players. And there's another little thing about it as well, is it gives the free kick taker a target, a visual target to get something up, down, and around. Get rid of it. Do something else. Because apparently what we're doing is we're holding hands and a little conga line going do the conga. That's what we're thinking of doing here. And we're not bothering to understand that there's another part of the field up here that we are not even taking care of. So if we win the first ball, we can't do anything because the second ball, Arsenal's just going to pick it up. And that's not what they do. They do a simple free kick routine. Boom, starts, holds the ball. Look at the shape now. The wall, these two players don't know what to do. They're just completely and utterly irrelevant. Pressure in the ball, not really, because no one's close enough to. Again, no one's close enough to pressure the ball. Wouldn't have happened 2 weeks ago. I'm telling you that. Forest would have been on that ball. And now we're looking to move the ball. But now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players running towards the ball. So what does that tell you? If 4 players are running towards the ball and no one's pressured it, that means they've all panicked because they've realised they've done something wrong and they're out of shape, or they've been told to do something and they're trying to react to do the thing that they were told to do, and they're trying to recover from it. That's what's going on right there. Boom, ball goes out. Now, this is one of this. I mean, this is Sunday League football. When you play it from one side over to the other and you play it back to where it just came from. Now, remember those players that were over here by the wall that ran off and did nothing? This is how unswitched on they are with what's going on. Got 2 Arsenal players now completely and utterly free on the back stick just because the ball has moved. Now it comes in. Now no one's marking. And it's a simple goal just because they moved the ball. And if you look at the defensive set, the way Forest is set up, you can see they're all panicking and they're supposed to be doing, oh, we're defending this box. What are you doing? You're making things too complicated. There's enough of you to defend that 6-yard line and have players left over to get out and stay up here on the D or even just man mark. Because from that, everything that they're doing is completely an utter mess. Easy header. Complete and utter mess. And the problem you Forest are going to have is they're going to be a mess next week. Then you've got the international break. It's going to be too long before they play their next game. Now, yeah, they need time on the training ground and all that nonsense and doing whatever. But I'm telling you, when you start slipping in the Premier League, the confidence starts going. All the hard work they did last season is going to go out the window in the next 5 weeks. We'll see where we are in 5 weeks with Nottingham Forest. Because if they keep playing like this and they keep defending like this, they are going to get battered this season. But we'll give it 5 weeks. I already told you what I think is going to happen. They're going to go crashing down the table. They're not going to be challenging for the Champions League spots or any European spots this season. It's going to be a right old mess. Yeah, you can't have Postecoglou coming in, and unfortunately. Damaged goods, unfortunately. Now, if you've got the players for it, great. But they don't have the players for it. They just don't. Arsenal do what Arsenal do. Punish them, score from set pieces, pick up a couple of injuries and move forward. Seems what Arsenal do. Score a couple of goals from set pieces, pick up a couple of injuries and wait for the next game. And we'll be here for it. I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.